First Alert 7 News with coverage of the Permian Basin. You're watching Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for streaming with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra on this Tuesday, making our way through the week slowly but surely, but also the final few days of the month of April. We start the month of May on Friday. That's going to be a great start to the day. In the meantime, though, we're going to check your forecast a little bit later, but there's a lot going on. It's kind of up and down. It's very, all over the place for this time of the year. Temperatures are all over. Today's going to be windy and hot, though. Yes, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Actually, even warmer for those temperatures. Oh, boy. Highs back in the mid-90s, at least for the Midland-Odessa area. Some areas looking to be into the triple digits for especially the Big Bend area. And we talked about it during Wake Up West Texas that, there was a rescue there in the Big Bend National Park due to heat-related illness. So if you are going to be doing any hiking, even if it is in the Midland-Odessa area, get out early. Maybe not even this morning because it's only 71 degrees this morning. So it has cooled down a little bit, but good. It is not cool by any means as we do start off our day. Yeah, a lot of oil field workers out there, especially if maybe you're heading out to Sandhills, even very hot. Be careful, stay hydrated at that time of the year. Take us with you wherever you go. Watch us in the morning. Start your day with us from 5 to 7 a.m. on Wake Up West Texas on your TV. And then join us here for Wake Up West Texas Extra from 7 to 9 every weekday morning on your connected TV, phone, or tablet, but also download our app on that TV as well. It's completely free, and you can watch all your favorite First Alert 7 newscasts. Let's turn now to our favorite part of the day where you weigh in. I want to bring up our Facebook feed before I go anywhere and jump into it to see where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I had a great time yesterday going back to my alma mater, high school. That was Odessa High School. And it was a lot of fun out there. I'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later. But in the meantime, though, let us know where you're watching from early this morning. As we take a look now at the extra trivia, which of the following sheep facts is not true? Sheep can remember human faces. Sheep feel the same feelings as humans. Only a few sheep may have rectangular pupils. Sheep have no upper teeth. I feel like the teeth one is false because I feel like they definitely have teeth on both top and bottom, but maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe I'm thinking of a goat. They definitely have funny lower teeth, but I don't know about the upper teeth. Upper teeth. I'm going to go with, and we're looking for the not true one, upper teeth. I believe they do have upper teeth. I don't know that. I'm totally guessing as much as anybody else. I'm going to go with the pupils one. Oh, okay.
I mean, the fact that it says only a few sheep have rectangular pupils, so I feel like it could be true because it says only a few.
It's not all of them.
Yeah, it's not all.
It's like a trait.
But I'm still going to go with that because I do feel like they have, I don't know. I feel like the upper teeth thing could be true.
Rectangular pupils would be an interesting phenotype for sure.
That would be creepy.
All right. Well, let us know what you think. Go to firstalert7.com/vote, scan the QR code, or click on the website. Vote at the very top, and you can also comment below because I want to hear what you think and why. And now for our next questions this morning.
I don't know what to answer to this.
What is the best meal of the day? In my opinion, the best meal of the day is lunch. People thought I would say dinner, didn't you? You thought I was going to say dinner. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm just
I don't know who
into the void.
Matthew Alvarez.
I think it's lunch because lunch is the most fun. You can go with people. Not that you can't for dinner, but I guess just in my life, lunch has always been the best. I can go out, be among people, enjoy a restaurant that maybe closes at 2 p.m. around here. It's a very common thing. So I think it's, you can do something different. It doesn't have to be dinner. It's very traditional, at least for myself it is. Lunch I can be kind of different with. I can eat something that I normally wouldn't eat, try different things. So for me, lunch is my favorite meal of the day.
I don't like food.
You just don't like food in general? You're not a foodie, right?
I'm not. I don't like to eat.
You feel like it's a chore. I have family like that. Yeah, I have family like that.
I don't like to eat. They eat to survive. I don't like to cook. I will go days without eating anything substantial.
You just snack.
And my dad gets concerned.
Well, then I kind of know what you're going to pick, I think.
I mean,
maybe not specifically the time.
But it's not a midnight snack, though.
It's just a perpetual snack. Dinner's on the board, 50-50.
That's weird.
Some people are hardcore breakfast folks, by the way.
I mean, I do like breakfast.
I do not like breakfast very much.
Food, but I don't like eating breakfast. Especially for us, because breakfast to us 3 a.m., I don't eat anything. I have a protein shake.
Yeah, we don't eat almost anything when we get up for
work.
And
I need to go get them. My Ritz
Bits?
Our things keep moving. Yes, I do eat my Ritz Bits pretty much every day. Okay. I was like, why is it moving? So I need to go get my Ritz Bits. But yeah, like, that's a snack. Ritz Bits is not food.
So you don't ever eat anything much substantial at all, unless you go out. I guess if we go out to eat, but I mean,
was gonna
otherwise.
Say if I'm out with like a group or something, I'll get something. But
like dinner.
Like at home, I don't really eat. Or if I do eat, it'll be like one quote unquote big meal of the day, and it'll be like lunchtime, and then I won't eat anything for like dinner. Or we'll have like something very small for dinner, whether it's, a bowl of cereal, or I had a protein shake last night for dinner with an oatmeal cream cookie.
And just called it a night.
And my dad was like, are you eating dinner? I was like, well, and he goes, are you not? I said, no, I'm eating.
It's kind of just
not really anything
traditional dinner.
Good. So I guess I'll go with midnight snack just because,
So just snack in general, yeah. So you're a midnight snack, but in reality, it's just snacking.
Yes,
okay,
just
good
snacking.
to know. There we go. Let us know what your favorite and best meal of the day is for you. Midnight snack taking the lead there. Multiple people voting on that now. We love a good midnight snack as well. I mean, I'm known for, I guess midnight snack for me would be middle of the night. I don't wake up and eat, by the way. I never get up and go and snack on something. But my favorite would be lunch. Our next poll question, we want to know what you think is, are you good at puzzles? Yes, I am. Very good at puzzles and patterns.
Yeah, I chose that as well. I feel like my brain is like really good with like solving things and like putting 2 and 2 together. We've talked about this before. I pick out like things that are different or like slightly off. Like I'm really like good at like patterns. Like if I know whose car's in the parking lot, who drives it, if they're here, if they're not, like I'm like, oh, so-and-so's not here today. Why are they not here? That's a little weird. Or are they working? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's just another thing that I'm not going to mention. But
I love doing puzzles. I love the big pieces, the small pieces. I love all of them. The biggest one I've done is a 500 piece.
Wow. I don't know if this means like actual puzzles.
I think it's just, actual puzzles.
Oh. Well, I like puzzles too. I don't do them terribly often. I get frustrated.
So you're not good at puzzles?
I mean, I am good, but I get frustrated, if that makes sense.
No.
No? Okay, then I'm going to change my answer to maybe if this means actual puzzle.
Yeah, this is like real puzzles. Yeah, that's what it's like, the actual puzzles, right, Carlos? Like puzzles, putting puzzle pieces together?
Okay. He was not very confident in that, so I'm changing it back to
because what other puzzles are there?
Yeah, like a puzzle game or like, or like, a Rubik's Cube, or if you go to like an escape room. I have
not tried a Rubik's Cube.
Like an escape room to me is like a puzzle because it has different puzzle things, like a maze. I'm pretty good at playing the game Clue because I like to like make those connections.
I have not played that either. I would love to play that. Yeah. That'd be good. Okay.
Clue on Stage is coming here to the Wagner Noel.
Interesting. Okay. I might have to check that out. Well, there we go. Go to firstalert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code. Let us know what you think. We have one more to go to. It is here. Who would you trust to save a princess from a castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon?
Who chose me? Thank you, but that's weird.
I don't have a poll here. Let me see if I refresh real quick. That's where they're moving.
Yeah, they keep moving.
Let me see. It's loading. So I'll see.
There we go.
Who would you trust to save a princess from a castle started by a fire-breathing dragon? It's like Shrek.
I was going to say, this literally is like Shrek in my mind.
So it reminds me. Good morning, Tiffany McElroy. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday morning.
Hi, Mom.
I would trust not a single person on this board.
Ouch.
Just the fact of the matter.
That's not nice.
Well, it's the truth.
Not even yourself?
I mean, maybe if I have my arms with me, yes. But what is that going to do?
Well, I'm assuming you have a sword.
I don't have a sword. So I don't even have a gun with me? So yeah, definitely not going to do well.
Why would you have a gun?
That's the only thing I know how to use. I don't know. I just don't know. What is a sword going to do against the fire-breathing dragon and protect me from the heat?
You have to be smart.
I see. Well, then it definitely would be me on this list then.
Ow.
No. I know. Oh,
I chose Jacob because I feel like it could put Jacob in Shrek's position. and Jacob can be Shrek and just Maybe. It would be donkey.
Donkey.
Anyway, so that's why I chose Jacob.
Interesting. Okay.
Whoever chose me.
I'm standing by my decision on choosing no one on this list.
That's funny.
What an interesting scenario for sure to wrap things up with. Let us know what you think. Go to firstlawyer.com/vote. Scan the QR code. Someone vote for Lauren to get her on the board. And let us know what you think. Although I would not trust Lauren either.
That's okay.
I don't trust you. I don't trust me. I don't trust Lauren. I don't trust Jay.
So who would you trust?
No one. No one could. How do you? I just can't imagine that scenario.
Okay.
Unless you have your arms with you, then yes, maybe.
Then
Then as again, it wouldn't
you're
be
not
any of
gonna
you on the
have
list.
a gun in a castle fire-breathing dragon like world.
Oh, they are bulletproof. That's true. So it would be useless. So they can handle a sword. Or they can't handle a sword, but they can handle a bullet.
I mean, a sword can definitely pierce a dragon's...
Sounds like I'm gonna need Thor's hammer. Very. What an odd question. But no, yeah,
don't
truly
think
to
the
save a
only-
princess
okay.
from a castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon. No, I can't go with anybody.
That's okay. I'm just still thinking about Jacob as Shrek.
As That makes sense. That I agree with. For sure. Who would make a good Shrek?
I hope he tunes in and hears me.
I agree
relating
with that
him
one
to
for
Shrek.
sure.
Anyway.
All right. Well, let's take a live look outside this morning over the skies of
don't even know
Fort
where we're at.
Stockton.
Fort Stockton
Look
this
at that.
morning.
Beautiful skies out there.
Kinda gloomy.
Blue, pinkish, starting to come up over the horizon there as we look out towards the, I believe this is the southeast.
I don't know. I
Across
can
the
tell you.
plateau there. Not looking too bad.
me
See
a
some
second.
mesa in the distance there. Looking
I
nice.
like the shot. I call it the mountain shot.
Yes, it's very nice. I love it.
I don't know. It's nice. We have a lot of clouds this morning
We do.
as we start off the day, and that's why it's so warm. So
It kind of blanketed us, if you will.
it did. It kept the heat trapped this morning. But we should see some clearing through the day. Let's see. Where is this camera? Fort Stockton. It is looking...
Oh, that's true. Mary says good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Tiffany McElroy brings up a very good point that you can bow and arrow. So she chose you. That's a good point. I can get on board with that weapon.
Oh, okay. I guess.
That to me makes sense. But I don't know if it's bulletproof. What's it?
Oh, Jacob is up. He needs to tune into extra.
Yes, time to tune into Extra, or you could sing the dragon to sleep. Okay. We're definitely getting out there, but I like it. I like the way she thinks. That's the way we want to think outside the box. That's the way to do it. As we look live outside, we're going to come back in just a couple minutes with a check of your headlines across the board that we want to discuss, and also today in weather history. Coming up next on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Stay with us.
April 28, 2011 marked the final day of the 2011 tornado super outbreak. The peak of the activity happened the day prior on April 27th when at least 62 tornadoes impacted the state of Alabama and over 200 tornadoes touched down in 15 states in the southeastern United States. The strongest tornado of the entire outbreak was likely the Hackleburg Phil Campbell, Alabama EF5 tornado that produced winds of 200 miles per hour, had a path length of at least 100 miles, and caused at least 70 fatalities. On April 28th, activity started to slow down with roughly 47 tornadoes being seen from Florida to New York. Many of the tornadoes on April 28th were weak and short-lived. In all, the 2011 super outbreak produced at least 362 tornadoes, caused at least 300 fatalities, and caused roughly $12 billion in damage, making it one of the costliest tornado events in U.S. history.
So good to have you with us here on this Tuesday morning. We're very excited to wrap up and talk about the 14th mission of the Permian Basin Honor Flight and their mission to Washington, D.C. after a busy 3 days last week. Jay Hendricks, of course, was along the trip. He gave us a sneak peek of how all the veterans enjoyed their journey to the nation's capital to see the memorials built in their honor.
The Permian Basin Honor Flight veterans paid their respects to those who lost their lives in the Vietnam War. It was one of the many memorials that the veterans visited over the 3 days of this year's April flight. The flight was made up mainly of Vietnam veterans, and this is always an emotional day for many of them as they remember their fallen comrades. We also visited many of the museums that are highlighting each of the military branches. While at the Marine Corps Museum, these sounds from the Honor Flight bagpiper Andrew McElroy left everyone speechless.
Just an incredible journey there of the Permian Basin Honor Flight every single time. It's such an emotional trip for a lot of those veterans who are getting to go see these memorials. They've spent their whole life, of course, not being able to get to Washington, D.C. for one reason or another, just maybe haven't gotten to it. And so having this all expenses paid trip is something that's very special. So again, very excited. And of course, we'll bring you more coverage on the next mission of the Honor Flight coming up later this year. Meanwhile, in June of last year, Texas Senate Bill 546 was passed in Austin, requiring every single school bus in Texas to have three-point seatbelts. Those are the ones you put over your shoulder, kind of like the pilots wear. That's a three-point seatbelt. It's a requirement that's due by September 1st of 2029, about 3.5 years away when that goes into effect.
First Alert 7's Rachel Fortunato spoke to Greenwood ISD's Transportation Department about this new requirement.
How are we going to do this? It's definitely a time crunch. I mean, 3 years, say 3 years, think of it kind of a long ways away, but in reality, it's going to be here before we know it.
School districts have the option to retrofit existing buses or buy completely new ones. In 2017, a law was passed that required all new buses to have seatbelts, but did not specify the type. Since the passing of Senate Bill 546, many school districts have held board meetings to figure out the overall cost of this improvement. Greenwood ISD held theirs last fall and indicated that currently the budget doesn't allow the allocation of money to this project. They estimate that it would take about $440,000 to retrofit their buses, or $1.2 million to replace them all.
Our yellow dog buses and our activity buses, we're at a total of 11 buses that don't qualify for the three-point seatbelts. A lot of our yellow buses don't have any seatbelts, where our activity buses have 2-point harnesses.
All districts must submit the number of unequipped buses and the cost estimates to the Texas Education Agency by May 29.
A lot of the bus companies aren't wanting to do the retrofit because a lot of them that we've talked to says pretty much they're going to have to remove the seats, rip out the flooring, reinstall new flooring for mounting points for the frames for the seats, and then put new seats in that allow it to have seatbelts.
Greenwood ISD serves over 3,000 kids yearly, a similar size to Big Spring ISD. According to our partners at KBS Media, Big Spring ISD would need to take care of 18 buses, costing them $630,000 to retrofit and $2.4 million to replace. Due to the budget deficit they are already operating with, the board voted early this month to also not spend any money on the upgrades at this moment.
Having seatbelts, keeping kids safe, and keeping them secure, it's helping keep them safe. But if something else were to happen to where, I mean, they couldn't get out of the seatbelts, I mean, that's where it's like, how safe are we on this part, you know?
It's fascinating stuff. We never had seatbelts, of course. Well, obviously, you know, I was here in Texas. We never had seatbelts growing up. I guess I never felt like we needed them, but at the same time, why would we not have seatbelts in school buses up to this point? We have school seatbelts in our cars, airplanes even. That's certainly rarely, I mean, I guess you do need a seatbelt, get thrown into the ceiling, but I mean, in a school bus, you'd figure it would have been done such a long time ago, or now it won't be done until 2030 almost.
Well, it's also interesting that it has to be the 3-point one. So like even like, like an airplane one where it just goes across your lap would make more sense. I feel like it would be more cost effective, but the 3...
I mean, because you've been thrown in the air in the school bus, I'm sure. I have.
Not like on purpose, yes.
Well, not on purpose, no, but you know, when they hit a bump, you go flying.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Oh, you did it on purpose?
Yes, we would definitely like
launch yourself.
launch
sure, yeah, of
ourselves.
course, yeah.
But
And
no,
I guess it's that, you know, that's why I guess the shoulder harness, so they hold you in. Or if the bus were to roll over, it's good to have that because then you end up on the ceiling.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
true. It's all part of
guess.
like, it just stuns me that it hasn't been done sooner. Is kind of the reason what I'm getting
not
at.
really stunned because I mean school buses, you know, aren't involved in crashes terribly often, and usually if they are, the car that they are involved in the crash with is more in worse shape than the buses. I mean, it makes sense obviously because it is children, but like I don't know, it is interesting to see, and yes, it is going to cost school districts a lot of money.
Yes,
And so
especially
that
those
is
who
an
haven't
issue.
budgeted.
But at least they do have time, you know, 2029, like you said, to get that figured out.
And ideally, they can retrofit those older school buses to have those seatbelts instead of having to buy brand new buses just for the seatbelts. So curious to see how that works out for sure. We're about a minute out from our First Alert 7 news and weather update for our TV viewers. Belinda says, good morning, Sawyer and Matthew.
Good morning.
I heard you thought I was missing yesterday. I saw that comment
She was like, where
later.
is he at?
Yes, I was busy at Odessa High School. We'll talk about that coming up in the next half hour of Wake Up West Texas Extra. In the meantime, don't go anywhere. Sawyer and I will have a look at your forecast, but also your news headlines in less than a minute. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now, 7:26. Good to have you with us here on First Alert 7. I'm Matthew Alvarez alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning.
Good morning, Matthew. Sorry, we're having some technology issues. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines as we start off our day. It is going to be another hot and breezy day. Temperatures are going to be even warmer as we head throughout our Tuesday than we saw yesterday. Cold front on the way tomorrow with temperatures dropping as we head into our Wednesday and throughout the rest of the week with increased rain and storm chances on the way as well. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Andrews this morning where we are starting to see that sunshine, blue sky, and some clouds as well. Temperatures across the region ranging anywhere from the 50s to the 80s, 73 in Midland, 67 here in Odessa, 71 at Midland International Air and Spaceport, and those winds anywhere from being calm to 15 miles per hour. Still hanging on to a decent amount of cloud cover, but otherwise quiet conditions as we start off our day, and temperatures are going to warm up nicely and quickly. Highs into the 80s, 90s, and even a few triple digits for the Big Bend region. 95 for Midland and Odessa today, 98 for Pecos, 95 for Fort Stockton, 99 for Presidio, and winds once again elevated as we continue through the day, anywhere from about 10 to 25 miles per hour, gusts anywhere from about 30 to 35 miles per hour, under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Coming up tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies, lows into the 50s, 60s, and even a few 70s, so still rather mild to even warm as we head into our Wednesday. 61 overnight for Midland, 62 for Odessa, and still touch breezy, especially before the midnight hour. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10 day forecast. Cold front on the way tomorrow, keeping that breeze in the forecast, increased cloud cover, and those much cooler temperatures and rain chances on the way.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We'll begin with your safety as Big Bend National Park issuing a warning about that high heat that Sawyer just talked about for today. Hikers there need to be extra careful as U.S. Border Patrol say that a hiker suffered a heat-related injury while visiting Big Bend National Park yesterday. A rescue team treated and transported the hiker. Park rangers saying every year visitors underestimate those conditions, leading to life-threatening emergencies. They recommend being off the hiking trails by about 11 a.m. due to rising temperatures. A traffic alert out of Odessa at one of the city's busiest intersections. This is 42nd and Andrews Highway, where officials say a water line is being replaced. Lane closures began yesterday and is expected to last for the next month or so. Eastbound lanes along 42nd Street between Robertson and San Jacinto Street will temporarily be closed. In Midland, a traffic alert inside of a residential area. The intersection of Princeton Avenue and N Street is completely closed. City of Midland saying road work is taking place here. The closure started yesterday and will last through Tuesday, May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. We'll have another check of the news and weather coming your way in about a half an hour, so don't go anywhere. Keep it here on First Alert 7 and join us over on Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming live on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, YouTube channel, and our news app. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, with coverage of the Permian Basin, you're watching Wake Up West Texas Extra.
7:32, good morning to you. Good to have you with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Belinda, glad to see you as well. Glad to be back here on this Tuesday alongside Sawyer here. We're going to begin with a woman who was counting on teaching loans, and teacher loans, I should say, a teacher loan forgiveness.
There you go.
But instead, she's stuck in an endless cycle of phone calls and paperwork problems with her loan servicer.
Mom, listen up. Susan Campbell discovered that she's far from the only one fighting to get these loans wiped out. Take a look.
There's about $4,000 on the line here, and Ms. B says she is not willing to give up on the teacher loan forgiveness she earned.
Dear Miss B, I love you so much. I wish I could stay with you. All of us love you.
Alexandra Blanchard loves her students. The feeling's mutual.
They write I love you a lot.
documented in a binder full of handwritten notes and colorful drawings.
P.S. You're the best teacher, and I'm sad it's the end of the year.
Ms. B taught for years in low-income schools and was banking on student loan forgiveness because of it.
My mother was a single mom. I'm a twin. I wasn't going to go to college without loans.
She made years of on-time payments. Her balance was down to about $4,000. But when she applied for teacher loan forgiveness, she was denied.
Both school districts are shocked that, what do you mean you haven't been approved?
She's tried to get answers from her loan servicer, Mohila.
And every time it's a different excuse?
Every single time it's been a different excuse, and I just don't know. I'm at my wit's end.
Still, she calls and tries to plead her case.
One day was on hold 8 hours before that someone answered and then sent me to a recording and then hung up.
So we've heard from thousands, if not tens of thousands of teachers all struggling with this issue.
Chris Hicks is a senior policy advisor at Protect Borrowers. He says challenges with loan forgiveness have significant financial consequences.
What that leads to is teachers having to make payments that they otherwise should have had to because their loan should have been canceled. Interest keeps growing. It impacts every aspect of your life.
So we asked if there's any recourse. Hicks says anyone who's in a similar situation should file a complaint with a federal student aid office.
That's not going to solve every problem for every person with a student loan, but that's the quickest way to start escalating it up the ladder to make sure the right people are reviewing it.
On Your Side reached out to Mohila. A spokesperson for the loan servicer told us Mohila is unable to speak to a specific individual's situation. However, we can confirm that when concerns are raised to Mohila, we reach out to the individual in question to help resolve their concern. Ms. B says she's still waiting.
I really don't want to give up. I want to get the forgiveness because I already have teacher friends who gave up. I'm that's just wrong.
In recent years, there have been lawsuits accusing Mohila of mishandling student loans. And in 2024, lawmakers sent a letter to the Department of Education asking them to hold Mohila accountable after a report revealed serious billing issues. I'm Susan Campbell.
Did you know? That's pretty interesting stuff there. Fascinating stuff for sure. Well, we've still got a lot more to come this morning on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Extra, good morning to you. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm going to start doing it there. Okay. I've decided that.
I feel like that would jolt somebody out of like...
When they're watching this all of a sudden?
Yeah.
That's true. You're watching the iCam and then out of nowhere,
no, it
I come back
scared
and
me.
scare you. That is true. I'm sorry about that.
Why are we so echoey?
Yeah, our ears are a bit echoey this morning. Well, good to have you with us nonetheless. We want to get to West Texas Weighs In, our trivia of the hour, which is which of the following sheep facts...
Extra. Good morning.
Okay, there it is. Sorry. I had it in my phone.
I didn't know you turned it on.
So that's the way it sounds. It does scare people. Sorry. Which of the following sheep facts is not true?
Oh, we have votes for every single one of them.
Well, someone go in and break the... No, I don't know. I went with the no upper teeth.
I'm going to take a peek, but I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, sounds good. Only a few sheep have rectangular pupils. They have the same feelings as humans.
Interesting.
Oh, and it sounds like it's not going to be the one I picked, probably. Because she said it's very interesting. So it must be something weird, like the humans. Of course they would. Doesn't everything have the same feelings as humans? I don't know. My dog definitely does. She gets like hangry, let me tell you.
Cozy.
Yeah, your dog too. That's true.
If
She
I don't
does get
feed her
hangry.
at 6 p.m., she is staring at me,
I was
howling.
dog
going,
sitting one time enjoying my tots, and she's like, "Hello."
Sure, tot, but he's...
Gotta have a tot.
She doesn't get a lot of human food, but she can get french fries and tater tots.
And tots.
And she does love tater tots. Like, I got Sonic the other day, and I accidentally dropped a tot when I grabbed him out of the bags, and I was like, there you go,
There you
guys.
go.
Enjoy.
You got one. Well, let us know what you think the answer is. We want to know what you think. Tiffany McElroy saying she will never get her loans paid off. That's the last topic we were talking about.
Yes, student loans.
Belinda saying the teeth. That's what I think. Believe me, I have no idea. And we're staying still frozen. I wish somebody would go vote something so it would change, but we'll check back in a little bit later. Our next question this morning, our poll question now. In your opinion, what is the best meal of the day? Midnight snack has taken the lead by this one. So that's apparently folks' favorite snack. Dinner of the day, lunch, breakfast. I chose lunch because it's the most fun. You can go out to eat with your friends, your family. It's probably time for a morning show team lunch.
I would say we need to go out to eat. We haven't been in a while.
Yeah. Are we interested in going today? Do we have anything to do?
Depending on where we go.
Okay.
I like to stay close. On
I do too.
Thursday. Or on
I don't want to go any farther.
Monday through Thursday, I like to stay close.
Well, let's do. I mean, yeah, if that's fine with everybody.
Friday, I like to go. I'm like, whatever. We can go to Midland or whatever.
I figure just because the weather's the okayest today, but
it's hot.
It's gonna be darn hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is decent. Tomorrow will be fine.
Okay. Today or tomorrow, we will make it a commitment to
However,
go
I
to
might
lunch.
have to go to Jacob Brandenburg's house.
Tomorrow.
Or today. TBD.
Then we will eat at their house. Just gonna all show up.
Yes, Brandenburg's,
That's what
if you're
we'll do.
watching, we're crashing. We're coming over. Once again.
We'll have some sandwiches or something. There you go. Let us know what you think. I chose lunch. Sawyer chose a midnight snack, which, yeah.
I mean, I chose a snack. I eat weird.
A snack, that's true.
I don't eat like full meals. I eat snacks.
I have an uncle like that. He just a chore for him to eat.
It is.
Like
I
a
mean,
chore.
I hate cooking. I hate.
It's not for me, boy. It's a hobby.
I mean, I like food, but I don't like to eat, if that makes sense. Or like I have to force myself to eat.
Me too.
Especially
That's why
on this shift,
why I don't
because
like
it's
eating.
so weird. Anyway, especially on this shift because we get up so early, and so I don't want to eat a meal at 3 a.m. or 9 is a little weird, but it's my lunchtime, so I don't really want to have breakfast food.
As you're
Plus, I
eating
already
Ritz
have
Bits, snacking like you're saying.
Exactly.
Kind of
Plus, I already have my
bolsters
makeup
that.
on, so I don't want to have cereal or something, because then I make a mess with the milk and get a milk mustache.
I love a milk mustache. That's right. A dairy-free milk mustache is the way to go.
So then I don't like to have that mess up my makeup. because
Sure.
I have to do anyway.
As the man who wears makeup, I agree.
Touche.
You know what I mean? Tiffany McElroy chiming in saying, you can go all out of those meals, Matthew, with friends. Yes, I love going to eat with my friends. And we should do so today or tomorrow. We'll have to decide what we can do. One of our friends is under stress right now.
I'm sad you went to press yesterday
She
and
needs some
didn't
food.
let us know. You did go out.
Oh, I did. Oh, yes. I was going to say, yeah, that was kind of last minute. I do go with Lauren more frequent than with all y'all, just because we leave at the same time. But yeah, we need to go all together. And Lauren's not here today. Well, no. That's okay. Again, I go with her. I go with her all the time. So. Yeah. So I don't get to see Sawyer or our other friend who shall remain nameless very often.
Lameless.
Sorry, nameless. Sorry. It is.
Oh, it definitely is.
My
Anyway.
friend, producer Carlos, I really
We've
don't.
never done lunch with
Because-
him.
And he doesn't want to do lunch with us, believe me, because I know that's
Yeah.
he's going to be asleep.
He works overnight, so.
But sometime, maybe a day we can go to like, I don't know.
Well, I told Matthew we haven't done a
Something.
Rockhounds game yet this year.
That's the way to do it, yeah.
And we need to do Rockhounds because, yes, we usually go on Friday after work. You know, he will be
We take like a nap.
up
Yeah, get a nap
anyway.
in.
And then, yeah.
So much fun. I love it.
Anyway.
We're getting into the season where we're going to be past our busy season. We're going through a bit of a busy patch right now.
I'll say
All of
it's
us
kind
are.
of busy. We're all going to be gone.
We're all doing our different deals, and so we'll get through it. All right, our next poll question this morning. In your opinion, are you good at puzzles? I said yes. I'm talking about just normal puzzles. An escape room. I don't know if I want to share this, but I'm going to share this. I was in a classroom yesterday at Odessa High School. The teacher there had a wonderful, wonderful practice and exercise that she does with her students. It's a forensic class. They were doing toxicology. In the middle, so as you know, it's state law now, no students can have their cell phones on them during class at all. So they lock their phones away. They can bring them, off and all that. They lock their phones into a lockbox. They can only get those phones back if they finish out their quiz correctly, 100% of the way correct. Has to be correct, or you can't get your phone. Teacher will leave it there the next day if she has to. And so they are locked in saying, what are the symptoms of cocaine or something like that? So that was the answer to one of the questions.
Well, you see.
The toxicology.
Blown pupils. Okay.
Right, yes.
Okay. I mean,
That was one of them. I read this question.
What is it called? Usually traces of the cocaine, whether on
Sure.
fingers or near the nose.
Did you take forensics?
No, I've watched NCIS, CSI.
Okay. I was like, wow,
CSI,
this is actually very
FBI,
accurate from what I remember on the
Hawaii
shoot. Sure, okay.
Bones.
That's
I've
funny.
watched all those shows.
Okay.
Yeah, I could go into more, but
I
I'm
was
not
going to say
going
it's increased perspiration, those things like that. And so it asked you, said, what are the symptoms? What do these symptoms match up to? It was alcohol poisoning, cocaine, methamphetamines, things like that. And that's part of their toxicology course because that's part of forensics.
Fun.
I brought up that one just because that's the card I read. And so they're able to go through and quiz, and that's how you unlock your phone.
That sounds fun.
So it demands perfection, it demands excellence, and it demands that they study hard and pay attention.
It's kind of funny though.
And I thought that was
the phone just like stays there.
It does. It just stays. I mean, obviously, maybe she can make an exception if it's an exceptionally difficult question. They can go up to her. They check the answer. She explains kind of what they're missing, and I thought that was fascinating stuff. And yes, I mean, those odd question to bring up, but that is forensics. That's what they're learning. So
it's not really odd.
That's true. It's part of it.
I think we should do a Wake Up West Texas escape
crime
room.
scene. Oh, what did you say?
Escape room.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we could do
I
a
was
crime
going to
scene
go
too.
into that. The reason I did that is because it's called an escape room practice, the way it was in our tour. That's how we kind of follow. Well, this teacher's going to do escape room, and I was like, escape room? And it's their phone thing. I was going to say, I don't think I'd be good at an actual escape room.
Really?
I know.
Why?
I know I pay attention to patterns, but I feel like I get too almost overwhelmed. Where I don't know where to look, and I just freeze up. Maybe that's a different issue I have, but I don't know. I just...
Interesting. I feel like
That's
you
my
would be
thoughts on
decent. I feel like I'd be good. I love a good puzzle. I love a good challenge.
Again, I feel like our friend Carlos would have that kind of like thought process to like go through you and him.
He
would probably make a
literally
good
just
team.
solved a Rubik's Cube.
That's
this
what I
morning
mean. Like,
during
he's
the
got that
show.
kind of
Like,
mind.
He's smart. He
He's
also, I feel like,
analytical.
knows
Thank
like
you,
random
thank you.
things as
Yes.
well that would like help him.
I do like. I look at his art every day.
Yes,
great.
it's beautiful.
Good stuff.
We have a beautiful sheep.
Well, interesting stuff to share there. Our next poll question. I'm kind of curious to see what that is. Oh, that's right. How could I forget? Who would you trust to save
Okay, you guys are tied.
Oh, good. We are. Well, not good. Again, I just don't get that.
You have to have whimsy, Matthew Alvarez, and you don't have whimsy.
I don't, and then sometimes I do have too much.
Well,
it depends on the day. Who would you trust to save a princess, a damsel in distress, if you will, from a castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon? I'm here to save you.
I chose Jacob Brandenburg.
That's all right. I was just imagining what I was going to say.
Okay. What are you going to say?
You're the only tin ice. I don't know. I'm trying to feel like a pickup.
I said that earlier during the show.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I can do a pickup line
Then he
or
goes,
something.
"Why are you just saying random pickup lines?" Because it's like we're in Tennessee.
Can't beat that.
I'm sorry.
No, boy.
It's what is
Jacob,
today? Tuesday.
Jacob would make an excellent Shrek. Genuinely.
I don't know.
Genuinely.
I feel like
Okay.
I just feel like he has the aura.
Sure. I agree with that.
I'm tearing up, y'all.
Goodness.
This is how hard I'm laughing.
Our next one, we will go to, can we go down to E6? We'll go to OHS Avid Revalidation. This is a big story we were talking about. I was talking about being at Odessa High School yesterday. I recorded this video on my phone. I was in the crowd there as Odessa High School welcomed a National Avid Committee who went in to revalidate the school as a national demonstration school. So what this is, a very small amount of schools in the country show off their Avid skills and how they implement it into not only the Avid classes, but their entire school. And Ector County ISD, by the way, shout out to them. They've done this throughout the entire district, but OHS, of course, at the forefront of this. I was actually part of the initial National Demonstration School validation in 2014. So 12 years ago, I was one of those students sitting up in a panel just like that. And I explained to those kids, I took the microphone and explained, I understand what you're doing here. Putting yourself in front of strangers, adults like us, answering some tough questions. And so they did a very good job. A shout out to them. A shout out to the Avid coordinator, Naomi Fuentes, who was my Avid teacher in high school, and she's leading the way there at OHS, along with Hector Limon, the principal at Odessa High School. State Representative Brooks Landgraf, as you saw, was there, as well as Odessa Mayor Cal Hendrick, showing their support for these students' hard work and dedication. And along with those teachers there, you see some of them there. Miss Vivian I had as a math teacher as well. I do appreciate being invited to be a part of this revalidation. It was eye-opening just for me to see it from this perspective and not a student, to see those classes. That exercise I just told you, I didn't know that was going on, even probably when I was in school. That teacher was there when I was in school there. So, well, I guess we didn't have the phone lockups. Well, maybe we did. I don't know. That's the thing.
You could probably do that even if you didn't have to lock up the phone.
You do something, throw your phone in there or do something like that. And so it was an eye-opening experience, and I'm very glad to have gone and seen them and speak to some of those wonderful Avid students. It's about getting yourself ready for college, ready for not only that. They're not only about college readiness, they make it career readiness as well, because not all the kids are going to go to college. They accept that, they know that, especially in this industry here. Oil and gas is king. A lot of them are going straight into it, so they got to be prepared for that. And especially if they go into, say, petroleum engineering, they're prepared for that as well. So it's all about being prepared for their next step in life. And Avid at Odessa High School is doing a great thing as well. Part of our tour group, actually, were a couple of teachers from Permian High School who were there as well, because this is a district-wide effort, not between red and white and black and white, but between all of the schools, campuses in Ector County ISD. So a big highlight there. And congratulations once again to Odessa High School. We are a few minutes out from a Wake Up West Texas News and Weather Update. We're going to head now to a very special story. This one's very interesting. It's a Belgian town of Depan, where a bar hosts one of Europe's most unusual competitions, the European Seagull Screeching Contest. Participants from 16 European countries gather to imitate the sounds of seagulls, with many dressing up too. This person says, I've been doing it for a long time and it's always kind of been like a useless trick. Says one participant, this is my time to shine. I'm listening to them. You hear this?
Too. No.
It's like, okay, do
not ever do it.
That's my ring.
No, these people are really, really good. I saw this on TikTok.
They sound like actual birds.
They do sound like.
Try it. Wow, that one's really good. I'm waiting.
I love
what is that?
They have two. Oh, he ate the microphone. I love it.
What was that? This almost looks disturbing.
I kind of love it, actually. Like, this is insane.
If this was like at a bar, it would be, I feel like this would be really, really like a really good time.
That was really good.
That was really good.
I don't know if that was a seagull, but it like definitely sounded like
Seagulls of Europe!
Stop it.
I was about to do it. Boy, they get a lot of support.
I don't want to attempt this.
Have you ever been attacked by a seagull? I have.
No, are there seagulls out here?
No, I was in Corpus.
Then no.
So I had my brisket taco. I think I've told this story a million times. It's traumatized me.
We should do that. We should do it together. No.
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't want to.
I gave my attempt earlier. It wasn't very good. Yeah, and I set it down. We were taking a picture with my friends there in Corpus. Set my brisket taco down. Didn't think about it. It was gone. It was floating up in the air about 20 feet in the air with a darn bird.
Not the brisket.
Mine. They actually do that. They don't say that, but they make that noise. It sounds like they're doing that.
That's from Finding Nemo.
That's from Finding Nemo. Look at that lady.
Anyway.
I feel like I look like that in the morning when I wake up. My eyes. Goodness. Well, there you go. Let us know your best seagull impression. I want to hear it. Send us an audio recording directly to Sawyer's messages.
Please don't.
Can you imagine you open up?
You actually can't message me on Facebook, FYI.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Oh.
Shut them off the first day I got here.
Really?
I had creepy men.
No, that's true.
Yes.
I forget that's a problem.
Yes.
Don't do that, by the
Yeah,
way, if
please
you're
don't.
one of them watching. I know you're not because our extra viewers don't do that. But we like to have them in the comment section, that is for sure. I love to see, not them. Not them.
Say so.
I'm talking about our friends of Belinda and Mary and Tiffany McElroy. I like to see them every morning here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're 2 minutes out from a news and weather update. In the meantime, though, sure, let's go to Colorado Springs, Colorado. You're familiar with this area.
I am. This is Colorado Parks and Wildlife Southeast region. They are removing a 700-pound female moose on Friday after it wandered into a Colorado Springs neighborhood. CPW's Southeast region officers helped the 2.5-year-old moose return to her habitat. Officers first immobilized the moose and then put her in a trailer. Afterwards, they woke her up to make sure that she was okay and ready to be taken back home.
She's going to go back and tell her friends, I got abducted by
aliens. She's going to be a little confused. I talked about this during Wake Up West Texas. You know, there are some homes, depending on, you know, the neighborhood that you live in, that there is like a wooded area behind it. And so I'm assuming she just kind of wandered down and got a little bit lost. And yeah, I mean, 700-pound moose definitely is a hazard because moose are a little aggressive, especially the male moose, bull moose, are a little aggressive, and they're huge. I mean, she's kind of on the smaller side. 700 pounds is still huge, but like male moose, like 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely massive. And for those wondering, like myself, why this doesn't have antlers, like you were saying, only bull mooses, the males, have antlers.
She's a female. It's like a elk. Female elk don't have antlers.
They do not. Okay.
No.
Good to know. There we go. Well, thanks for joining us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're only done with the first hour. We have another hour to go here on the show. We're going to have the answer to that trivia question with Sawyer right after this quick news and weather update. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, one time now is 7:56. Good to have you with us. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check outside. Sawyer, how's it looking?
It is rather warm as we do start off our day, and we are just going to see temperatures continuing to climb as we continue through our Tuesday. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines. It is going to be a hot and breezy day, once again very similar to what we saw yesterday, with actually even warmer temperatures on the way. A cold front on the way for our Wednesday, with temperatures dropping throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend, with increased rain and storm chances on the way as well. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Pecos this morning, where we are seeing a mixture of blue skies, sunshine, and some clouds. Temperatures sitting anywhere from the 50s across portions of southeast New Mexico to the 80s. 81 degrees in Presidio currently, 73 in Midland, 74 at Midland International Air and Spaceport, 69 here in Odessa. Winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour, and we are starting off the day with quiet conditions, but hanging on to a great deal of clouds. Temperatures are going to warm quickly and nicely, easy to do when you're already sitting at 74 at 8 a.m. in the morning. Temperatures are going to warm into the 80s, 90s, and even a few triple digits for the Big Bend region. 95 for Midland and Odessa, though today 98 for Pecos, 95 for Fort Stockton as well, 99 for Presidio, and it will be a little bit breezy as we continue through the day under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Mostly cloudy skies are expected tonight, still a touch breezy, especially before midnight, with those lows in the 50s, 60s, and 70s as we head into our Wednesday. 61 overnight for Midland, 62 for Odessa. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10 day forecast, where we are going to see those changes on the way starting tomorrow with the passage of a cold front, a little bit cooler, but closer to where we should be for this time of year before temperatures drop throughout the rest of the week and those rain chances increase as well.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We're going to begin with your first alert out of Scurry County, where the sheriff's office says a 16-year-old boy from Seminole died after drowning at Lake J.B. Thomas. Deputies there responded Saturday afternoon at around 4:30 to a lake in Ira. The team was pulled from the water, taken to a hospital in Snyder, and then airlifted off to Lubbock. He was pronounced dead Sunday morning. The sheriff's office says no more information is being shared at this time out of respect for the family. Now to a traffic alert out of Odessa at one of the city's busiest intersections there. This is 42nd Street and Andrews Highway, where officials say a water line is being replaced here. Lane closures began yesterday and are expected to last for the next month. Eastbound lanes along 42nd Street between Robertson and San Jacinto Street will temporarily be closed. Similar story over in Midland, where an entire intersection of this residential area of Princeton Avenue and N Street is completely shut down to through traffic. City of Midland saying road work is happening in this area. The closure expected to last through Tuesday, May 5th. For the latest news, log on to firstalert7.com. We'll see you right back here in half an hour, so don't go anywhere. Keep it right here on First Alert 7.
From First Alert 7 News, with coverage of the Permian Basin, you're watching Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Morning, everyone. Good to have you with us here on Extra on this Tuesday morning. It is flying by, 8:02 on this Tuesday. It's looking nice outside as well. But when I stepped out the door, I opened outside.
It was so gross.
And it slapped me in the face. This hot air. I said,
it
whoa.
Did. It was gross
Oh,
this
it
morning.
was something else.
And I mean, it was muggy as well, so that didn't help. But yeah, it was already, sorry, I'm shifting things. Like 78-ish.
Yeah, it was almost 80 degrees when I woke up.
3 in the morning, so it was definitely not cool at all.
No.
I walked outside and I was like, whoa.
It was something else for sure. So
luckily, well, was going to say a little bit cooler, but
74, it's mildly cooler.
Really.
You know, it's not much different. So good to have you with us. So let us know where you're watching from and take us with you wherever you go. Sawyer and I, you can join us on television from 5 to 7 a.m. on Wake Up West Texas every weekday morning. And then after that, we're here from 7 to 9 on Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming live on the First Alert 7 News app, our website, firstalert7.com. But you can also watch us on the app on your connected TV, phone, or tablet, completely free of charge. The best part is, while you're on Facebook, you can comment and interact directly with both of us. Speaking of, that's our favorite part of the show. West Texas Weighs In, our poll and trivia question of this hour. Let's find out what the trivia question was for the last hour. Which of the following sheep facts is not true? That sheep can remember human facts? Sheep feel the same feelings as us humans? Only a few sheep may have rectangular pupils, or sheep have no upper front teeth. That's what I went with, is they have no upper front teeth. I think that is false. I think they do have front teeth on the upper side.
Well, you were wrong, Matthew Alvarez.
Nuh-uh.
All sheep have rectangular pupils.
You're kidding.
Nope. Every single sheep has rectangular pupils, according to our producer, Carlos.
I believe him.
And
I'm just looking at what that looks. See what that looks like.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, they do have rectangular pupils. I knew that from that one, the one. You remember that movie we saw? It had the sheep who says, "Good evening, everyone." He's like a. Do you remember? The professor. He's like getting taken. He's arrested.
He's a goat.
Oh, he's a goat.
Wicked. Dr. Dillman.
Doctor, yes, that's the one.
He is a goat. He's
Thank you.
not
I'm
a
glad you
sheep.
picked up what I put down.
It took me a minute, and then you're still wrong. So that's funny. Oh, that was funny.
I just remember like seeing the eyes. Look at those pupils. Those are straight up rectangles. I can't show that because it's copywritten, but
Yeah.
that's a rectangle.
I mean, well,
I should have known
like
that.
a slit, not a rectangle.
It's like a slit, yes,
But
essentially. If you can imagine what that looks
that's
like.
terrifying.
Billy goats have those.
Billy goat.
That's interesting. Okay, well, good to know. That is something you can take to the bank today. Let's go now to our next trivia question. Oh, that's me. The word moose comes from the Eastern Abenaki word moose, which means what? Big antlers, strips bark from trees,
Ooh.
large forager, or wades in water.
They do like. Hold on.
Don't they walk through water?
This is.
Oh, you have a video of a moose wading in water. Has to be. You literally have a video from Sawyer's phone of a moose wading in wading its ankles in water. It's a very slight stream.
He gets a little up to his calves.
I guess I'll go with that. Were you going with that too?
I was gonna go with wade in water.
Okay. We shall do that.
I have audio on this too. It's my dad calling in the moose. It's kind of funny.
Oh, really?
Let me see.
I go.
No.
Oh, it was pretty darn close. We're listening.
I thought he called it some more. I guess he doesn't.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
The echo. So bad.
Whoa.
But anyway, thanks, Bill, for the moose call this morning. That was the last time that we went elk hunting together. We were in the woods waiting for elk, and there was a big moose that just kind of
wandered in,
walking down the trail, and then there was a wallow.
How far was this from your home? Was this a good ways out?
From my home?
Mm-hmm.
Like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Hour and a half ish. But I read the book.
Yep.
Yes. And I don't know if I saw the movie.
I read the book.
Yeah, I read the book.
I also
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade? I read it in
grade.
7th or 8th grade, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was in a special reading group for.
Oh, interesting. It's a
special
great
kids.
movie. Excuse me, a great book as well.
We also read the Odyssey
I did not get that one, no.
in fourth grade.
Well, we got some more answers going on the board. We're going with Wades in Water, Sawyer and I. Let us know what you think it is. Go to firstalert7.com/vote, scan the QR code, or go to the website and vote there. You can also comment below. Our poll questions now. What is the best meal of the day in your opinion? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or maybe a midnight snack, or just snacking in general. If snacking your thing, that is the answer for you. That's what Sawyer chose. She's definitely a snacker. She has snacks here. for me, it's lunch. I cannot wait to get to lunch right after this shift of mine. I go over to eat lunch, and so it's a great time because I can either hang out with friends, I can eat at places that I don't normally get to try, local spots. Dinner is very traditional dinner, usually at home. 99% of the time it's at home. Same with breakfast, and I'm not a big breakfast person.
I like breakfast food sometimes, but I don't usually eat it for breakfast.
Like actually, it's usually a dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either like a later breakfast-ish, like 10, 11, or like lunch or dinner. Like I went to Huddle House the other day on Saturday at like 5.
And you went and sat and ate there? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. By myself.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I do that same thing too.
Actually, it was kind of busy. It was
love
slightly
eating
busy.
by myself. I just ate at a restaurant yesterday by myself, and
I
it
don't
was
like to eat by myself.
really nice.
I don't like to do things by myself.
You do not? Okay.
No.
I'm the opposite. I love doing things by myself.
No.
I get to get my thoughts together, check my emails. I love it.
I like certain people, and I like to do things with those people, and then if there's like other people.
So like a group, okay.
Yes, but then I don't like to do things by myself, but I also don't like to do things with like certain people either.
Interesting.
So
a selective group of friends.
that's why I thank you to our director who went dress shopping with me on Friday.
That's right.
Because I was
we
like,
have some events coming up.
I need to get a dress for this event. And I was like, I don't have anything. And I was like, and I don't want to go alone. So I was like, do you want to come with me? And we'll go get dinner and we'll make a date night out of it.
There you go. Well, good. Glad you had a good time doing that. That's
and
wonderful.
a dress was found. Actually, 3 dresses were found.
And y'all had dinner and everything? There you go. Okay, that was good. Wonderful. Well, good. Let us know what you think and what your favorite meal of the day is.
All right, the best one. Oh, wait, no, this is not the best one.
I didn't catch Belinda's comment from the last hour where we're making seagull noises. She's like, sorry, Matthew, no way I can make those sounds. LOL. I agree. It's not easy. Are you good at puzzles, Sawyer?
Yeah. I like a good, actual puzzle. I don't do them terribly often. My grandma does them, though. She has a puzzle room.
Really?
She has the, felt board
yes.
that it stays on, and she puzzles. I've done a couple. We did one during the pandemic because my grandma was really into puzzles, so she bought us a couple. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, we did that. But also, in this context, in my mind, this makes me think of actual puzzle games or puzzle, just kind of puzzle
escape rooms.
Games. Yeah, escape rooms,
activities,
or Clue. Clue's a puzzle to me. That pattern recognition, stuff like that. Mazes is a puzzle. So, yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Well, let us know what you think. Go to firstload7.com/vote. Let us know, again, what you're thinking there. Who would you trust to save a princess from a castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon, such as the plot of Shrek 1? And it's kind of just a fairy tale thing in general. That's kind of a common theme you see throughout different things.
Yeah, Rapunzel.
We're all very tied. We're all on the board. Which generally just tells me that no one knows, and I wouldn't pick anybody on this list.
I'm intrigued how this even came up.
He said he was in a hurry and needed to pick a question really quick because he was working on the Rubik's Cube.
Vibes.
But that's it's kind of what I do when I have to do these. Slap them in.
Yeah, Matthew's
hurry.
frantically Googling. I chose Jacob for no reason aside from he would make a good Shrek. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because this is the plot of Shrek 1. Shrek 2 is probably one of my favorite movies, though.
You know what an ogre is?
What an ogre is?
Yes, an ogre is something that has a lot of layers to it.
Like an onion. And ogres love onions.
They do. So do I. I love onions.
I do love a good onion.
I like to bite like an apple.
You do?
No, I don't.
I was
My
say,
grandpa
maybe you are Shrek.
does, though. Isn't that crazy?
That is odd.
We grew up, and he will literally get a big old thing of tinfoil, and he'll put the onion in it, put it on the barbecue pit, and then just...
At least, I was going to say, at least it's not a raw onion, then.
No, and he throws some butter in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do
that. It's a grilled onion, y'all. That's what it is.
I love a good onion.
But he literally eats it like that. Do you like the onions from Outback? The blooming onion?
So, yeah.
Or I guess Roadhouse has one, too.
Roadhouse, yeah.
So good.
The...
Cactus blossom.
Oh.
Bloomin' onion, kind of same thing.
Yeah.
All the same. I want to try and make one at home. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Would be.
A lot of work, too.
I love a good onion.
Well, that's our polls. Our West Texas weighs in. It's already 8:12 on this Tuesday morning. We want to look live outside this morning over the skies of the beautiful.
Caught me slacking. I was Lean back,
You're all
legs up,
relaxing.
yawning. My bad. Sorry,
Goodness.
y'all.
Little cloudy out there.
Where are we? Pecos, yes.
Pecos. Facing.
I mean, we
This
are-
is west, northwest.
Yes. We are kind of socked in under clouds area-wide this morning.
Yeah.
We had a lot of cloud cover overnight, and that is what kind of helped keep that heat trapped in. Now, Matthew's yawning.
I don't know why I
I'm
slept
going to
11
call him
hours.
out because he wasn't on television.
That is why it's too much sleep.
Oh, no. Okay. It was contagious. But yes, we were warm this morning, or already are. I mean, it's 74 degrees. I don't think we got past, 72 at the airport.
That was the coolest it got.
So we've already started warming back up again. Some areas back in the 80s already. I'll talk more about our forecast coming up in about 10 minutes here on Wake Up West Texas Extra, and when we do our cut-in on First Alert 7. But yes, it is going to be another hot day today and breezy before some changes later on this week. So if you're a fan of cooler weather, such as I am, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And some rain chances. But like you mentioned, it could cause some issues because, the Busting for Badges event is coming up later this week.
I'm ready for it.
Also, I don't know if we're fully getting into that time of year, but maybe some graduations, stuff like that. So definitely want to keep an eye on our forecast as we continue through this week. But for now, we are going to take a little bit of a break here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
April 28, 2011 marked the final day of the 2011 tornado super outbreak. The peak of the activity happened the day prior on April 27th when at least 62 tornadoes impacted the state of Alabama and over 200 tornadoes touched down in 15 states in the southeastern United States. The strongest tornado of the entire outbreak was likely the Hackleburg-Phil Campbell, Alabama EF5 tornado that produced winds of 200 miles per hour, had a path length of at least 100 miles, and caused at least 70 fatalities. On April 28th, activity started to slow down, with roughly 47 tornadoes being seen from Florida to New York. Many of the tornadoes on April 28th were weak and short-lived. In all, the 2011 super outbreak produced at least 362 tornadoes, caused at least 300 fatalities, and caused roughly $12 billion in damage, making it one of the costliest tornado events in U.S. history.
All right, good to have you with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're talking about several different topics today, including the Permian Basin Honor Flight, which has wrapped up now its 14th mission to our nation's capital to take veterans there to see the memorials built in their honor. So glad to have our exclusive coverage with Jay Hendricks giving us a look back at the trip.
The Permian Basin Honor Flight veterans paid their respects to those who lost their lives in the Vietnam War. It was one of the many memorials that the veterans visited over the 3 days of this year's April flight. The flight was made up mainly of Vietnam veterans, and this is always an emotional day for many of them as they remember their fallen comrades. We also visited many of the museums that are highlighting each of the military branches. While at the Marine Corps Museum, these sounds from the Honor Flight bagpiper Andrew McElroy left everyone speechless.
Always a tough emotional time there as those veterans go to see the memorials, like I said, built in their honor, but also the honor of those who they've lost. A lot of those were in the Vietnam War, and they didn't, have all of their own comrades come back home with them. Some they grew up with, and so it's always a tough time when they go not only to that memorial you just saw there, but also the Vietnam Memorial Wall near the Lincoln Memorial. So it's all very interesting to see, and we'll have, of course, continued coverage throughout the rest of the Permian Basin Honor Flight's mission coming up a little bit later this year as well. In June of last year, though, Texas State Senate Bill 546 passed, requiring all school buses to be equipped with 3-point seatbelts. All buses must meet this requirement by September 1st, 2029, which is about 3.5 years away as well.
First Alert 7's Rachel Fortunato spoke to Greenwood ISD's transportation department about this new requirement.
How are we going to do this? It's definitely a time crunch. 3 years, say 3 years, think of it as kind of a long ways away, but in reality, it's going to be here before we know it.
School districts have the option to retrofit existing buses or buy completely new ones. In 2017, a law was passed that required all new buses to have seatbelts, but did not specify the type. Since the passing of Senate Bill 546, many school districts have held board meetings to figure out the overall cost of this improvement. Greenwood ISD held theirs last fall and indicated that currently the budget doesn't allow the allocation of money to this project. They estimate that it would take about $440,000 to retrofit their buses, or $1.2 million to replace them all.
Our yellow dog buses and our activity buses, we're at a total of 11 buses that don't qualify for the 3-point seatbelts. A lot of our yellow buses don't have any seatbelts, where our activity buses have 2-point harnesses.
All districts must submit the number of unequipped buses and the cost estimates to the Texas Education Agency by May 29.
A lot of the bus companies aren't wanting to do the retrofit because a lot of them that we've talked to says pretty much they're going to have to remove the seats, rip out the flooring, reinstall new flooring for mounting points for the frames for the seats, and then put new seats in that allow it to have seatbelts.
Greenwood ISD serves over 3,000 kids yearly, a similar size to Big Spring ISD. According to our partners at KBS Media, Big Spring ISD would need to take care of 18 buses, costing them $630,000 to retrofit and $2.4 million to replace. Due to the budget deficit they are already operating with, the board voted early this month to also not spend any money on the upgrades at this moment.
Having seatbelts, keeping kids safe, and keeping them secure, it's helping keep them safe. But if something else were to happen to where, they couldn't get out of the seatbelts, that's where it's like, how safe are we on this part,
Interesting topic for sure, to be able to retrofit some of their current buses. But on top of that, the added expense is going to come for some of them when they do buy a new bus. Those seatbelts cost a lot of money to add on top of buying a new school bus. So curious to see how a lot of those districts navigate that, especially with Greenwood ISD handling their budget over the next few years or so. So at least like you mentioned last hour, they do have time to adjust this over the next 3.5 years.
They do have time.
In the meantime, we have a 2-minute break until we get you a First Alert 7 news and weather update. I forget what hour it is.
Yes.
Here on Wake Up West Texas Extra, so stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, everyone. 8:25 on this Tuesday morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. It is rather warm already as we do start off the day. It is going to be hot and breezy day for our Tuesday. A cold front on the way tomorrow with temperatures dropping throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend with increased rain and storm chances on the way as well. Here's a look outside of the skies at Pecos this morning where we are hanging on to a mixture of blue sky sunshine and increased cloud cover. Temperatures sitting in the 60s, 70s, and 80s already. 75 in Midland, 69 here in Odessa. And those winds anywhere from being calm to 15 miles per hour. We are starting off the day with a great deal of cloud cover, but otherwise quiet conditions. And here's a look at our hourly temperatures heading through the day. Going to warm up nicely and quickly with highs into the 80s, 90s, and even triple digits for the Big Bend region. 95 for Midland and Odessa, 98 for Pecos, 95 for Fort Stockton, 99 for Presidio, and winds through the day anywhere from about 10 to 25 miles per hour. Wind gusts anywhere from about 25 to 35 miles per hour under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies and quiet conditions. Coming up tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies. Those lows sitting in the 50s, 60s, and 70s heading into our Wednesday. 61 overnight for Midland, 62 for Odessa, 69 for Presidio heading into tomorrow. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10-day forecast where we do have a cold front on the way going to cool things down throughout the rest of the week with those temperatures dropping into the 60s by Friday and Saturday, about 25 degrees below where we should be for this time of year, with increasing rain chances starting tomorrow, continuing into Thursday and Friday as well.
Let's talk your safety now. We're Big Bend National Park warning hikers about that dangerous heat that Sawyer's talking about. According to U.S. Border Patrol, a hiker suffered a heat-related injury while visiting Big Bend National Park yesterday. A rescue team treated and transported the hiker. Park rangers say every year visitors underestimate these conditions, and it leads to life-threatening emergencies. They recommend being off the hiking trails by 11 a.m. because of those rising temperatures. Now to a traffic alert in Odessa at one of the city's busiest intersections. This is 42nd Street and Andrews Highway, where officials say they were being replaced water lines in that area. Those lane closures began yesterday and will continue through the rest of the month. It will happen at Robertson and San Jacinto Street temporarily. Now to a traffic alert in Midland, where the intersection of Princeton Avenue an in-street is completely closed. This is in a residential area here. There are 4 different areas this is going to be worked on. They didn't give any specific details as to what exact work is taking place at this intersection, whether it's resurfacing or any other utility work of some sort. In the meantime, though, the city of Midland does tell First Alert 7 that the road work is happening here. And this closure began yesterday. So do expect this road to already be closed, this intersection here today. That road closure is expected to last until next Tuesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. You, of course, can find these traffic alerts and all of our stories by logging on anytime to our website. That is firstalert7.com. But also, we invite you to download the First Alert 7 mobile news app as well. That's where we post the latest headlines as well. But this week, you'll remember there's rain chances in the forecast, so download the First Alert 7 mobile weather app as well. As the forecast does change, we'll, of course, keep you updated there and the possibility of severe weather. You'll get alerts there on your phone, on your device of your specific location. In the meantime, why don't you join us over on Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming live right now on the First Alert 7 Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as our website, firstalert7.com. Until then, make it a great Tuesday.
From First Alert 7 News, with coverage of the Permian Basin, you're watching Wake Up West Texas Extra.
8:32. Good morning to you. Good to have you with us on this extra day.
I mean, it's good to have us
with you.
Too.
That's right. We like to be here with you.
Yes.
It's my highlight of the day to be here on Wake Up West Texas Extra with Belinda and our friends, Tiffany, and everyone here this morning. Good to have you with us. Let us know where you're watching from and what you want us to talk about. That would be fun.
They should dictate our show someday.
Dictate our show. Tell us where do you want it to talk about, what do you want to discuss. Eventually, I'm thinking about starting a birthday segment once we can kind of build more people.
We've had a couple people.
Yeah, because we have a graphic built into our thing. We can show birthdays.
Well, then why don't we do that?
We should do that. We'll start with Sawyer's birthday.
2 months from today.
2 months from today. Okay.
2 months from today.
We'll set that goal for sure.
Beautiful.
Why don't we talk about teacher loan forgiveness?
Okay.
A woman was counting on that, but instead she got stuck in an endless cycle of phone calls and paperwork problems with her loan servicer.
Susan Campbell discovered that she's far from the only one fighting to get these loans wiped out.
There's about $4,000 on the line here, and Ms. B says she is not willing to give up on the teacher loan forgiveness she earned.
Dear Miss B, I love you so much. I wish I could stay with you. All of us love you.
Alexandra Blanchard loves her students. The feeling's mutual.
They write I love you a lot.
Documented in a binder full of handwritten notes and colorful drawings.
P.S. You're the best teacher, and I'm sad it's the end of the year.
Ms. B taught for years in low-income schools and was banking on student loan forgiveness because of it.
My mother was a single mom. I'm a twin. I wasn't going to go to college without loans.
She made years of on-time payments. Her balance was down to about $4,000. But when she applied for teacher loan forgiveness, she was denied.
Both school districts are shocked that, what do you mean you haven't been approved?
She's tried to get answers from her loan servicer, Mohila.
And every time it's a different excuse?
Every single time it's been a different excuse. And I just don't know. I'm at my wit's end.
Still, she calls and tries to plead her case.
One day was on hold 8 hours before someone answered and then sent me to a recording and then hung up.
So we've heard from thousands, if not tens of thousands of teachers all struggling with this issue.
Chris Hicks is a senior policy advisor at Protect Borrowers. He says challenges with loan forgiveness have significant financial consequences.
What that leads to is teachers having to make payments that they otherwise shouldn't have had to because their loan should have been canceled. Interest keeps growing. It impacts every aspect of your life.
So we asked if there's any recourse. Hicks says anyone who's in a similar situation should file a complaint with a federal student aid office.
That's not going to solve every problem for every person with a student loan, but that's the quickest way to start escalating it up the ladder to make sure the right people are reviewing it.
On Your Side reached out to Mohila. A spokesperson for the loan servicer told us Mohila is unable to speak to a specific individual's situation. However, we can confirm that when concerns are raised to Mohila, we reach out to the individual in question to help resolve their concern. Ms. B says she's still waiting.
I really don't want to give up. I want to get the forgiveness because I already have teacher friends who gave up. I'm that's just wrong.
In recent years, there have been lawsuits accusing Mohila of mishandling student loans. And in 2024, lawmakers sent a letter to the Department of Education asking them to hold Mohila accountable after a report revealed serious billing issues. I'm Susan Campbell.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people struggle with too. You go out and get an education, it costs tens of thousands of dollars, and then the loan, servicers can be a problem to deal with, a lot of them. So, it's tough.
You can never get a hold of them. I have Mohila as well, which is interesting because it's the Missouri higher education, blah, 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 blah.
For our native Missouri resident.
No. Have I ever lived in Missouri? No. So why are my loans with that place? I don't know.
It's a whole thing.
But anyway,
it's all business.
The way
it
like
works.
my mom mentioned earlier, she's always going to be paying loans because she is, very nice and has Parent Plus loans to help put me through college when I was in college. And so she's always going to be paying on those. And so, yes.
Because it compounds the interest every month.
And with your personal loans, you can get student loan forgiveness after 20 years, even if you're not in a public facing job or whatever. Which is funny because we're in a public facing job, but I don't think we get student loan forgiveness anyway. But they just kind of they're oh, you've paid for 20, 25 years. They're just gone anyway. No, because interest is horrendous. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's a good point, though. I mean, it's kind of an endless battle, unless you suddenly have a massive income, where to pay them off. That's kind of the caveat thing.
Oh, I was going. Sorry, I'm where did I go with that? But with personal loans, that happens after 20 years. It gets forgiven or whatever. And this is just in the hypothetical situation. But with Parent Plus loans, they don't. Doesn't matter how long you pay them.
They're going to be there.
Doesn't matter if it's, healthcare. My sister's a nurse. Usually healthcare workers, law enforcement, whatever, get their loans forgiven.
Forgiven.
At points, but it doesn't matter as long as if it's a Parent Plus loan, it doesn't get paid off at all.
Interesting.
So.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Belinda says she's watching from Odessa, and we're doing great.
Thank you, Belinda.
So glad to still have you with us this morning. Good to have all of you here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We've still got a lot more Wake Up West Texas Extra to come.
Thanks for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Extra, good morning to you. Good to have you with us here on 840. That's your wake-up call.
That was a little less jolting than the last hour.
as
The
the last
hour,
hour.
you're like, extra! And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a little too much sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
That was a little less scary.
841, Belinda's with us still. Good morning
Thank
to
you,
you.
Belinda.
Starting the morning off.
Faithful viewer.
Faithful viewer, that's right. We appreciate you joining us here because we do have a lot of fun here on Wake Up West Texas Extra every single morning. I'm starting to do that now right at about 8:40 where I scream out extra. I just like to see if you're sitting on an iCam nice and tranquil and then we come up screaming.
And scare you, yes.
Yes. Not to scare, but just to remind you that we're back. Is that a good way to look at it?
Sure.
Nonetheless, it's going to be a good rest of the morning. We're still going to get back to your trivia question a little bit later, which is the word moose comes from the Eastern Abenaki word moose, which means what? Big antlers, stripes or strips bark from trees, large forager, or wades in water.
He was blind.
I cannot see it all.
We both chose wades in water.
I'm like that meme.
I literally have a video. Stop.
He's like
a moose wading in water at a wallow. And
is that what that's called, a wallow?
Yes. A wallow is not a moving body of water.
So it's like the buffalo wallow across the way.
Yes.
in a way because it doesn't move.
I mean, usually a wallow is fed into by like a stream or something, but it also kind of bubbles up from the ground. It's not
It's like a spring.
Not like fully a spring, but yes.
Kind of. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Anyway, I also could see this being strips bark from trees or large forager because they forage and they're gigantor.
They're huge. Okay. Well, we'll get to the answer here in about 20 minutes or so. In the meantime, take us with you wherever you go. Download our app or your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Stream with us every morning here from 7 to 9 a.m. Let's turn now to Odessa High School, where it was an exciting day yesterday as the students there, part of the AVID program, helped to revalidate the school as a national demonstration campus. That is a very special designation given to very few campuses across the entire country. An AVID team comes down and reevaluates the school every few years or so to continue that validation process, to continue their title as being a national demonstration school. What that means is the AVID program not only is a class itself that students can take as an elective, but also the AVID program itself and its structure and things called WICOR, W-I-C-O-R, writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading, are implemented throughout every single classroom throughout the campus. And Exeter County ISD has made it a part of the teacher framework. So it's really integrated into Exeter County ISD at all campuses, at both high schools, but Odessa High School is leading the way here along with their AVID coordinator, Naomi Fuentes, who put this all together along with her team of teachers there as well. State Representative Brooks Landgraf, Odessa Mayor Cal Hendrick, and myself were honored to be a part of this ceremony, but also to be able to tour the campus and meet some of these incredibly bright students there across the school who gave us a tour of their campus. We went through different classrooms who are implementing the AVID strategies, not even AVID classrooms, but truly we went through an algebra class, forensics class, history, and I saw some of my old teachers there as well. And it was really nice to see Ms. Fuentes there as my former AVID teacher as well, who invited me to join in on this celebration. I'm honored to be a part. Hector Limon is the principal you see there, leading the campus and continuing to implement those efforts all these years later. Our first time, I was part of the initial validation of Odessa High School as a demonstration school in 2014, 12 years ago, and they are continuing that legacy on. I was in those same chairs there as those students are on. That's a student panel where the audience is allowed to ask students those questions about how's AVID impacted them. I asked how has it allowed them to become less shy and come out of their shell to do something like this and talk in front of strangers. So I'm very proud of them. They're doing a very good job there at Odessa High School.
Interesting. My high school had an AVID program, but it was not implemented until 2016-2017 school year when I was a junior. I didn't participate in it because I've told Matthew it was a little bit different back in my school district. It was a little bit, it was the same concept, but it was for kids that maybe weren't looking into going to college because they needed a little bit of extra help or stuff like that. Because I was planning on what college I was going to go to when I was a freshman in high school. I knew I was going to go to college. I didn't know what I was going to study, but I figured that out by junior year and was like, okay, I'm going to do meteorology, knew what schools I wanted to apply to, knew what schools I, did want to go to. So it's interesting that, especially, OHS was, 3-ish years ahead with the AVID program.
Well, not even that. It's been in the ECIC since 2007. That's how long. I've been in AVID since 2009.
Wow.
So it's a
middle school thing as well?
Elementary, middle, high school.
Really?
It's a full. Exeter County ISD has gone all in on AVID for all the time. I remember my initial AVID interview was 2009. They were fixing to transfer. We were fixing to go up to junior high at the time. It was called junior high. I was already in 6th grade, so technically a junior high student, but in elementary, the way it worked here. And they were asking us if we would be a good fit. And at the time, it was more of the model of college readiness. It has adopted more of a general approach for every student to be a part of AVID, not necessarily with a program, but the AVID strategies. And I was an AVID student from 6th grade all the way through my senior year. I had an AVID soul even all the way through. So very proud to be a part of the program and puts out some excellent students, that is for sure. So glad to see them moving on nicely. A lot of those kids know what they're going to do, whether that be work or going to college. Nonetheless, they're going to be prepared for it.
Did you have a notebook?
Oh yes, we had a full planner and it was checked every single day.
I was just say, I was never in an AVID program when I was in school, but one of my teachers, I remember he had an AVID class and I would go in there because I was a TA for a different teacher, and so I'd end up going in there delivering stuff and they'd have their notebooks out. So I just remember the notebook.
Oh yes, and that's across the board now, all students, and looking at them, they were even better than what we had. They had their focus notes, Cornell notes along with them, and
Wow.
so that's come in handy. But I mean, you're able to see a lot of their planners really well filled out. The teachers check them constantly. I remember that being a thing too.
Interesting.
Planner checks, they tell them.
Wow.
You would submit your planner at the front of the class. By the end of the class, they had them graded. So it's part of your grade is having that planner kept up with.
Yeah.
So organizational skills throughout the campus. Very proud of OHS doing a very, very good job there, continuing Avedon in the tradition. Let's head to Belgium, though, where the town of De Panne, a bar, hosts one of Europe's most unusual competitions. Listen in. Excellent job. You just can't beat that. So
Did
this
you
is
hear
Yeah, I
the
did.
response? That would have been me.
the European Seagull Screeching Contest is what this is, Sawyer. This is a very interesting contest. Participants from 16 European countries gather to imitate the sounds of seagulls, with many dressing up too. This person said they've been doing it a long time. It's always been kind of a useless trick of theirs, and it's time to shine.
I would love to know what the prize would be for the winner
I wonder what is the prize?
and
A seagull
who won.
trophy.
Because it's somebody's
A beer.
sandwich. I feel like this is definitely a very bar activity for sure.
It has to be, right?
Yes.
No cash prizes, no prizes.
There's
at
no
all.
prize.
No, it doesn't look
What?
like that. I haven't
Then
seen
why
it.
would you participate?
It's the love of the game.
But they had to like travel to go there, especially because there's 16 different
It aims
countries.
to encourage people to think more kindly of the seabirds, because I certainly don't. I mean, it is what it
Matthew's
is.
like, I got my brisket taco.
Well, they stole my darn thing. I was just sitting there wanting to take a picture, and there's my taco flying 15 feet in the air.
I've actually never really been around seagulls. I mean, there were when we went to Seattle and we were outside eating, but they were pretty chill.
No cash prizes, simply bragging rights.
That's insane.
Someone's got to buy you at least a beer, right?
I would hope so.
I would hope
Since
so.
it's at a bar. I feel like
Yeah.
there would definitely be like, yeah.
Or a round or something. I don't know. Wow, I would probably leave, actually. I would be kind of scared if they start doing all that.
He tried earlier. He's not very good at it.
I want to try it again, but I don't know. Can't have that on the internet.
I will go clip it and put it on.
I know. That's the thing.
Anyway.
I can do a horse, but I can't do, cannot do a seagull.
Sure horse.
We snaw. Don't you remember? I said it like 15, 20 times probably that day we had the
Lauren,
Clydesdales.
yes. Oh boy.
Look at her go.
I did something earlier, and it was like an animal noise, and it was pretty.
It was the moose. It was your dad with calling the moose.
Yeah.
That's my Bill impression when he's doing the moose call.
I mean, that kind of sounds like him.
Oh, goodness
Anyway,
gracious.
this is fun. All right, now from seagulls to moose or meese or whatever.
Or
you wanna call
meese. It's like a geese.
Wildlife officers relocated a 700-pound female moose on Friday after it wandered into a Colorado Springs neighborhood. The Colorado Parks and Wildlife
Specifically.
region officers helped the 2.5-year-old moose return to her habitat.
Oh.
They first immobilized the moose and put her in a trailer. Afterwards, they woke her up to make sure that she was okay and ready to be taken back home. She is
Look at
huge.
her.
She is adorable. I love her little spots.
Yeah, she's got a nice pattern. They all took a picture with her. She was knocked out still. And she got abducted by the humans.
Look at the amount of people that had to move her, though.
I can't imagine
700
picking
pounds.
that. Oh, boy. Good for them, though. I'm glad the Parks and Wildlife Department, they care a lot about these animals.
Well,
and
and those guys are really cool. They're like law enforcement.
they're like rangers, essentially, right?
They're law enforcement for like animals, the
Hunting
fisheries,
licenses, right?
hunting licenses. So yeah, if you're out hunting and you kill an animal, you have to tag it, and they will, if they come across you, they'll check your tag and make sure that you have it tagged properly.
Legal, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
watch the
legal. You're not
population.
poaching, stuff like that. Fishing as well. They go on the reservoir and make sure you have a fishing license and you're not drinking on the boat, or at least not drinking and driving on the boat. Say the amount of people that drink on boats is a lot, but drinking and driving the boat,
That's not
you
good. No,
have,
can't
you're
do
supposed
that.
to have, at least in Colorado, you're supposed to have a life jacket for the amount of people that the boat
Yes.
can,
Same here.
the max capacity of the boat. So I think my dad's boat is like 6. He has 6 different life jackets in there. So they'll come around.
They're expensive.
It's very, random with them, but they'll come around, they'll check and make sure you're doing things properly, because yes, that is the whole point of having to pay for tags, licenses, stuff like that.
She got tagged too. See, they took her out and they still tagged her because that's part of the law.
I would say they're probably going to, track her as well.
See where she's going.
See where she's going, see if she wanders in the neighborhood again. But yeah, this is definitely not normal. Deer, antelope, well, not really antelope in neighborhoods, but you'll see an
Got
antelope
deer
on the side of the
here.
road. Deer is pretty common in neighborhoods. We've even had deer in my neighborhood.
Really?
And we're not anywhere near like the woods.
Oh,
so it's very
interesting.
weird. We also have wild peacocks.
Oh. Just have peacocks running around.
Yes, it's like a gaggle, like 6 or 7 peacocks that you just like see down the road, and it's like we also have turkeys as well, but that's a little more makes more sense than like a random peacock. Yeah, my mom was driving one day and goes, "Is that a peacock?" It was.
It's a peacock.
So, but yeah, so glad she was able to get moved to safety, and hopefully does not wander into any more neighborhoods.
Yeah, stay out of trouble there. Well, I hope you're not sleepy, Sawyer.
Okay.
Because we're going to count some sheep. A sheep in Vermont gave birth to a rare batch of 6 lambs earlier this month. The sextuplets and their mother are doing very well. The same sheep previously had quadruplets, but that batch of sextuplets is rare, 1 in a million. The babies' names are numbers 1 through 6 in the Finnish language. Now it's our time.
We are
Finnish
going
numbers.
to insanely butcher this. I'm sorry if anybody of you
Or Finnish.
is Finnish. Nolla, Niski, Kaski, Kolme.
I think it was Coxie.
Okay.
You said Kolmi,
Kolme, yeah.
Nilja, Visi, Kusi, Siseman. That's 7.
Stop.
Kadeskan
We're past
and
the amount
Gedeksan.
of we're past the amount of sheep.
Oh, we're doing 6. That's right. I just went through 0 through 9.
Oh, that was
Nola
funny.
is 0 though. Nola.
Nola.
Nola, Yetzi, Coxie, Kolmi.
Nerja, Visi, Kusi, Sietsman. It does sound. Sorry, if anybody is Finnish, please
We're
let
trying
us
to
know
adopt your language.
How to pronounce
Yes.
these, and B, we apologize. Look at them; they're just
We apologize for
basking
not
in the
being able to
sun.
pronounce anything.
They're so cute.
I guess you could say we're finished. we're.
That's so stupid.
Looks like it is Coxidon VCVC here on this almost there at Wake Up West. That's 8:55, 8:55.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. We still have a lot more to come, including a check of our trivia poll question of this hour. Sawyer will let us know what the answer is here in just a moment. So thanks for streaming with us. We'll be back.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, everyone. Time now is 8:55 on this Tuesday morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy with a look outside. Sawyer, how's it looking?
Yeah, it's already warm as we do start off our day, and we are going to see those temperatures just continuing to warm with highs in the 80s, 90s, and even triple digits for some by this afternoon and evening. A cold front is on the way for a Wednesday, cooling things down and seeing those temperatures dropping well below normal for this time of year later on this week, with increased rain and storm chances ahead as well. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Pecos, where we are hanging on to some blue sky sunshine and some cloud cover. Temperatures are mild to even warm already this morning, sitting in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. 76 in Midland, 69 here in Odessa. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour. And we are starting off the day, like I mentioned, with a great deal of cloud cover, but otherwise quiet conditions this morning for our Tuesday. Temperatures are going to warm nicely once again. It is not 32 degrees currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport, but like I mentioned, temperatures are going to warm nicely as we head through the day with highs into the 80s, 90s, and even triple digits for some. 95 for Midland and Odessa, 98 for Pecos, 95 for Fort Stockton as well, 99 for Presidio, and still going to be breezy with those winds anywhere from about 10 to 25 miles per hour. Coming up tonight, mostly cloudy skies, quiet conditions, lows into the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Heading into our Wednesday, 61 overnight for Midland, 62 for Odessa. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7-10-day forecast, that cold front is on the way, keeping some mostly cloudy skies in the forecast tomorrow, and that breeze. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler, right around where we should be for this time of year, before really cooling by the end of the week and into the weekend with those increased rain and storm chances on the way.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We'll begin with DPS troopers investigating a crash in Ward County involving 14 vehicles on the interstate near Wickett. Texas DPS says that around 5 o'clock yesterday evening, a semi-truck towing a dump trailer partially lost a load of caliche dirt in the roadway. Westbound traffic then drove through it, kicking up a large dust cloud that reduced visibility and led to the pileup. Officials say 16 people were hurt. One driver was taken to medical center hospital in Odessa with serious injuries. Others were taken to nearby hospitals with minor injuries. Westbound lanes had to be closed and traffic diverted. Drivers are urged to avoid the area. DPS says the crash remains under investigation. In June of last year, Texas Senate Bill 546 was passed, requiring all school buses in Texas to be equipped with 3-point seat belts. All buses must now meet this requirement by September 1st, 2029, a little over 3 years away. School districts have the option to retrofit their existing buses or buy new ones completely. Since the passing of this law, many school districts have held board meetings to figure out how they're going to pay for this improvement. Greenwood ISD held their meeting last fall and said that the budget currently doesn't allow for this kind of money to be put into the project. They estimate that it would take about $440,000 to retrofit their current 11 buses or $1.2 million to replace all of them.
A lot of the bus companies aren't wanting to do the retrofit because a lot of them that we've talked to says pretty much they're going to have to remove the seats, rip out the flooring, reinstall new flooring for mounting points for the frames for the seats, and then put new seats in that allow it to have seat belts.
All districts must submit the number of unequipped buses and the cost estimates to the Texas Education Agency by May 29th. School districts, including Greenwood ISD, are hoping that the Texas legislature will find a way to help them pay for these costly upgrades. For the latest news, log on anytime to our website, that is firstalert7.com. We'll be back here for First Alert 7 News at noon with Jacob Brandenburg and meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a Check Your Forecast. Until then, make it a great Tuesday. Extra trivia. The word moose comes from the Eastern Abenaki word moose, which means what? Big antlers, strips bark from trees, large forager, or wades in water? Sawyer has the answer for us.
Strips bark from trees.
You're kidding.
Look at our little moose. She's so cute. Or he's cute. He's cute because he has antlers. I love that.
So moose do strip bark from trees, particularly in late winter when food is scarce, using their lower teeth to scrape off the nutritious inner bark.
It's like a, what, Rocky and Bullwinkle? Which one's the
I'm sorry?
moose? Rocky and Bullwinkle?
What is that?
Rocky and Bullwinkle? Do you not? Yeah, it's a cartoon. And there's a moose. I don't remember which one is the moose, though.
Oh, I've never seen that.
And he eats wood.
Interesting. Okay, that's probably why. So
Yes.
there's the answer for it. You learn something new every day, even if it's something that you probably won't ever use, but you never know. It's good to know about moose.
You know, we have random knowledge that you will always be able to contribute to Wake Up West Texas Extra now.
That's true. We have that. All right. Well, have a great day. Thanks for streaming with us.